Alexander Antonio is going to be talking about getting her makeover hairdo. And so first I'm going to start with some pictures of her. This is the before picture. So we've got some before. Dorcas was very gray, had a lot of gray hair. It was pretty gray hair. But again, you know, as we get older, it does age you. So we've got a couple of pictures. Show that picture. Then we got the one from the back. Yeah, that's quite a bit of salt and pepper.
Football helmet.
Yeah, and the haircut. But let's see the last picture. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of what Antonio was working with, and it wasn't, you know, so he wanted to make Dorcas put a good haircut that was maintainable, that would help her in her job search, feel good about herself. And I talked about Antonio because I love talking about my hair. So here he is, Alexander Antonio, and I've got him on the website. I've got him on the fan page so you can get his information, but I'm going to hand it over to you and let you take the mic there and tell us what you did for Dorcas in her hair.
Sure, thanks, Kathy, and I say a big what's up to everybody who's out there in the celebrity radio TV world, and what's up to Peanut Gallery? What's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you. It's like a lot of people I haven't seen. It's been a while, so it's good to be back on the program. So with Dee, you know, obviously you saw the pictures, you know, of where she was at, and this, you know, I run into this kind of thing a lot, and I'll tell you what's happening right now in the beauty world and how it ties into all of this life change what Dee's going through. But when we saw the pictures, you know, she had El Natural look. And so what that translates as far as color-wise first is she had a lot of salt and pepper. And over here in the front of where her hairstyle was and the overall color, she had a lot of salt. And then she had a combination of salt and pepper in the back. So the first thing I thought to myself, I'm like going, I sense that this woman has great energy. She has great potential. She's sharp as the sharpest nail in the bag. So we've got to really promote that. So the first thing I said she reminds me of somebody that needs illuminating. You know, when I looked at Dee, I said this, we need to illuminate her personality. That's kind of what I'm getting from her. She had a lot of energy, and so we wanted to create a chromatic hair color effect. And I'll explain what chromatic hair color is. When we're looking at chromatic hair color in the color industry, we're looking at red tones, blonde tones, and brown tones, but the brown tones stay close to brown tones that are 1, 2, 3, meaning high, low, medium. Red tones, high, low, medium. Blonde tones, high, low, medium. So we're using those cocktails of tones to tighten things up. And so we're getting chromatic effects. So it tightens everything up. So we get a lot of shimmy, and so we get very gentle contrast. A couple seasons down the road ahead, we were seeing stronger contrast. So for example, we would do a lighter blonde and leave a darker background to it. So we're transitioning, and that's kind of the fun that I have in the industry is playing around with the artistry. What can we do next? Because it's all about inspiration. And here's the point. When it comes from feeling beautiful first on the outside, we got to start with the mechanics on the inside. So we got Nadia, Caroline, and who else is helping us out? We got Caroline and Nadia helping us.
Caroline. And then Jennifer Looney.
And Jennifer Looney, that's right.
Going to be doing the networking.
Yes.
And then we've got...
So that's kind of outside, inside, like my job, too, yeah. Okay, so all this stuff, you know, blends in because what I see right now in small business and in corporate America as a united country, we're reinventing ourselves because quality is an absolute must. And so, you know, for people like me providing beauty service, I challenge myself to really push the envelope of creativity and higher quality. You know, coming to a guy like me, I'll say I'm not the cheapest haircut and color on the block. You know what? But it's an investment. And so we have to look deeper into that person. So I start looking at what that person really is. So Kathy calls me up and says, you know, we're doing a lifestyle makeover for Dee, otherwise known as Dorcas. And I said, great, bring her on. And so when she came in, I'm like, well, this is a great challenge for me. And color was it really is because because here's the thing, like a lot of people that come to me, it was an open slate, an open canvas. Even though her haircut was what it was and the color was what it was, I knew that I could make a huge difference. And now we're looking at her, and we see. What do you do
with gray hair? I mean, y'all aren't there. Yeah,
well,
I'm looking.
Some people have really beautiful and shiny gray hair, like my sister, and other people, like it's looking like mine. From the one that I had, might end up being is that it's an absence of color. And that's different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so you know the color. So what we decided to do is we tried to keep it on the lighter scope of the color. So we did a cocktail combination. We used golds and we used soft, cool platinums in there to create a fusion of colors. So you've actually got cool tones and brighter, warmer tones working together to create this family of color, and it gives us that shimmy and then that shine that we need to give us that chromatic effect. It's a lovely color, and it also what I feel professionals are benefiting from, and Dee will benefit when she's going out there talking to people, is they'll notice that she's progressive. We like progressive people. We don't like outdated things. You know, if somebody came to you and said, I'm going to give you a brand new car, ladies and gentlemen, and guess what? It's 10 years old. We would say, thank you, that's a nice gesture, but it would be better if it would be brand new, right? Okay, that's the kind of the thing is about reinventing. This is an important time right now to even myself, you know, it's like, you know, I'm a rock and roll guy, but I still like to reinvent myself, you know, a little here, a little there. When we're talking about beautiful change coming from the inside out, it's always the outside that's being noticed first. So it can sometimes be small things that make huge differences. But in Dee's case, we made a fantastic change. You saw the before color. Okay, so now the haircut. Let's get into that. What I wanted to do is I said, okay, we've got a shorter hair shape. So I wanted to really take the dullness out of the hairstyle and really reinvent that. So a classic shape for us is to look at where the pixies are going right now. And so what we're doing is we're taking baby dolls.
Let's let you look at the camera a little bit because you're off to the side and I want to see. I like the short bangs too.
Right.
She's always worn her hair short.
Yeah.
And that's the baby dolls. See, I'll explain what baby doll fringes are. A baby doll fringe is a fringe that goes, otherwise known as bangs, but as salon professionals, we refer to that as the fringe part of the hairstyle. Okay, so the fringe or the bangs has a strong half arc or half circle. That's what makes it a baby doll. So Betty Page, she wears a baby doll fringe, but it's a fuller, it's a more blunter, and it's a little bit longer. Okay.
This is very Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
I'm thinking with an update.
Right, with an update.
Yeah,
and so
and she always was a brunette, so this is quite light. And you know, white would have been, the platinum was not her, and really blonde was not her. It needed to have color because she's always had color in her hair.
Color.
Right.
And she,
Yeah.
like I said, I can tell this woman has a lot of great energy, and she's very playful. I mean, look at the glasses, you know. So that's if you look at, you know, she wears really cool jewelry. She's got really cool glasses. So she needed, you know, a color that was acceptable in professional world, but was cool, noticeable. You know what I mean?